Hi, this is Kevin from Passion for the Word. Do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Please keep praying for the ministry. We do have a Facebook channel now. There will be a link down below somewhere to our Facebook channel. Please, or our Facebook page, like it, share it with your friends. Continue sharing these videos, hitting the like button, subscribe, all that. We still have plenty of our Passion for the Word t-shirts with the limited edition last part of the prayer or the verse missing. We thought we were just about out of extra larges, and we got digging through the box. We've got more extra larges, so we are not out of extra larges. As anybody that's been listening to me very long knows, I'm a big fan of Chuck Missler's teachings. And one of the things that Chuck Missler starts a lot of his talks with is he'll be looking out at the audience, and he'll hold his hand up in the air and he'll say, so how many of you are in full-time ministry? And he'll kind of look out there and kind of act like he's making a count of everybody. And they'll go, okay, good. And he goes, how many of you are saved? And almost everybody in the audience will raise their hand, and he'll shake his head and go, I'm confused. Let me rephrase this question. And he'll raise his hand and he goes, how many of you are in full-time ministry but just don't realize it yet? Which of course gets some chuckles, and every hand goes up. If you're saved, you are in full-time ministry. You're not just a Christian on Sunday morning at church. You're not just a Christian in this environment or that environment. You're a Christian 100% of the time, or you're not a Christian at all. You are in ministry at all times. If you're a Christian, the people that you interact with on a regular daily basis should know that you're a Christian. This is not something that should be hidden. It shouldn't be secret. It should be apparent in your everyday actions. I've actually met people back when I worked in the factory, and to me this was one of the greatest compliments I've ever given to somebody. There was a lady in the line next to me, and I went over to her after working there some time, and I said, you're a Christian, aren't you? And she had a surprised look on her face because her and I had never interacted. And she smiled and she goes, well, yes, how'd you know? And I said, I could just tell. You should strive for that. You should hope that people can just tell. But if they can't, the things that you say, the things that you do should portray this. Now, when you think of that, this also means when you're in a bad mood, having a bad day, that's being read also. You need to be in Christian ministry all the time. This brings us to our calling. And there's been books written on how to find your calling, how to find your purpose in life. I'm going to tell you, you don't need a book besides the Bible. You don't need to read a whole book on finding your purpose. Another man that I've done a lot of studying under has a great line. He says, if you want to find God's purpose for your life, if you want to find God's calling on your life, simple. Look for a need and fill it. That's it. I've got a friend of mine, Wayne, that saw a need amongst the homeless. They didn't have haircuts. Their hair was all shaggy. If they did try to apply for a job, they didn't look good. He put together a trailer with 2 barber chairs and got some beauticians to go in and volunteer, and they went and gave free haircuts to the homeless people. That's what it started as. It's not where it ended up. From there, he went on to feeding them, doing various different things. Now he's involved in pro-life activities, but he still has a homeless mission
Called the Foot Soldiers.
Called the Foot Soldiers on the. I think that's on the abortion one, right?
No,
or
that's the Toledo homeless.
That's the homeless one. Okay. He saw a need. He filled it. God steered him from there. It wasn't necessarily that God wanted him to do the haircuts. But he started moving in that direction. He started moving, doing something for God. God steered him from there. I didn't start this with where it's at. You just start and you just go. You see a need and you fill it. One of the ministries I used to be a big part of, I wanted to serve more. And in this ministry, there's only 4 opportunities a year. And you have to be asked. So at most, you could be a servant 4 times a year. You might not even get that opportunity. I wanted more. the opportunity came up for prison ministry. They talked with me about this and the great need for men to go into the prison and talk to the inmates. I wasn't comfortable with this. I mean, I'm an outdoors person. I'm a very freedom-loving person. I didn't want to do this. I wasn't comfortable. I even said, God, I want to serve you, but I'm not comfortable doing that. One of the few times I really definitely heard God where it wasn't just, it wasn't, he didn't speak to me in Bible verse, but actually spoke to me directly. He said, I didn't call you to be comfortable. I saw a need, I filled it. I served in that ministry for several years, got a lot out of it. I hope I gave a lot to it. I learned a lot, and it helped me prepare to, as I move forward into this. It wasn't where I was needed to stay, but it was a step. When it comes to your walk, your Christian walk, your purpose, your calling, whatever term you want to use for what God has you to do, think of it as a car. Get your hand off the steering wheel. You don't belong in the steering wheel. That's God's. You have the accelerator pedal. If you imagine a car sitting there static, you could turn the wheel all the way to the left, turn the wheel all the way to the right. Nothing happens until the accelerator pedal's hit. That's yours. You just hit the accelerator pedal. Let God steer your walk, your calling where it needs to go. He'll get you there. You may do one thing for a while and then move on to the rest, but just keep on that gas pedal, keep going. God will steer you where he needs you to go. He'll take you where he wants to take you. You've got a calling. One of the greatest adventures in life is discovering what God has in store for you. We're to go out and do things. We're for God. Now, this is not. Don't confuse this with a works-based salvation. That's not what I'm talking about. But faith without works is dead. If you have faith, you're going to feel inside you a need to do things, not for your salvation, but just I can't explain the word. You feel a need to do something for God. You see all that he's done for you. You want to do something for him. Just move forward. Just do something. Let God direct you, and it's one of the greatest adventures in life. I hope this helps somebody out there, and we'll see you next time. God bless.